Over the years, hustle culture has had its moment. It rose to fame like some kind of productivity cult, and then it kind of crumbled down under the weight of its own toxicity. For a long time, we were told that grinding was the only way. Like, if you weren't sacrificing joy, sleep, friendships, and your last $5 on the altar of success, you didn't deserve anything good in life. Like, you had to suffer, right? Joy was almost suspicious. Like, oh, you're about to grab coffee? Nope. Cancel that. Every cent must be saved, right? Invested, optimized. Thinking of buying that cookie? Like, be serious. That's not how millionaires do it. That's what they say. And then suddenly, everyone started burning out. We looked around and realized, wait, is this really it? Like, this cannot be the only way to get what we want from life, right? Spoiler alert, it is not. Yes, discipline matters, of course, but it is not the whole equation. Discipline without purpose is just punishment. Like, why even bother waking up at 5 a.m. if you don't know why you're doing it? You need some kind of drive, something real. Maybe it's the future version of yourself you're trying to create. Maybe it's for someone that you love. Maybe it's just that you need to prove yourself that you're capable. Whatever it is yours. And that totally matters. Because there will come a time where you will ask yourself in this journey, what's the point of all this? And if you don't have that core reason, your why, you will spiral. But here's the catch. Enjoying the journey isn't optional. It's part of it. A lot of us are ambitious. That's why you're even watching this video. We want to do something meaningful. But toxic culture trained us to overlook our small wins. Like, they don't count unless they come with a trophy and a check with a lot of zeros. But they do count. Because think of it like this. Every small win is a drop in the cup. You might not notice it at first, but eventually your cup is filling up. And if you ignore those drops, if you pretend that they don't matter, it's like telling yourself that your effort is worthless. Which it isn't. It never was. So celebrate that one job application you actually submitted after procrastinating for weeks. Celebrate resisting the urge to overspend or getting out of bed when you really didn't want to. The cup is filling. That's the point. That's the whole point. Also, can we talk about how hustle culture has sold us this narrative that the only valid end goal is being in the top 1%? Like, if you're not aiming for yachts and supercars, like, are you even trying? But let's be real. Getting to that level, it's not just hard work. It comes with luck, timing, access, and privilege. If success was purely based on effort, farmers and factory workers would be billionaires, and they're not. So yeah, be smart. They say, sure, but education is also kind of expensive. And the internet is free. Yeah, and some people don't even have the time to scroll TikTok because they're working 3 jobs. So to the toxic hustle culture fanboys out there, please take your several seats. Anyway, what I'm saying is that the effort it takes to reach a life of comfort is going to look different for everyone. Your finish line won't look like someone else's, and that's okay. At this perspective, comparison is actually kind of evil. Like, it makes you forget context. It erases your story, your childhood, your culture, your financial starting point. Gone. But context at this point is everything. So that small win, it's actually a huge win given what you've been through. Now, what does discipline actually look like? Well, it depends. It depends on what you really, truly value. Do you crave peace, financial security, freedom, simplicity, Love? You have to know yourself before you know what sacrifices are even worth making. Can you afford to lose sleep? To spend less time with your friends? Do you have some money to risk? If you can't, but you're still dead set on that dream, maybe it's time to build a smarter framework. You don't necessarily have to give up that dream, but just build a smarter framework. Not some recycled routine you saw in a 4 a.m. YouTube vlog. Your own thing, your own plan, your own pace. Because maybe you do need to save, maybe you do need to wake up earlier, but not at the expense of everything that makes life worth living right now. Don't trade your entire present for a future that's not even guaranteed. That's not ambition, that's self-sabotage. Yes, extraordinary things require sacrifice, but not your whole identity, not your whole relationships. At some point, you have to just draw the line. Because, sure, your dream body might be amazing, but if it costs you connection, joy, the people who love you, even with your little belly, is it really worth it? Your people do not need to be gym rats to be good people for you. Because, yeah, muscles are cool, but I think character is cooler. And in all of this, discipline, struggles, dreams, hustle culture, you'll start to imagine this ideal, best version of yourself. Now, for most people, they think that it means hot body, solid bank account, cute partner, cute apartment, and yeah, I can relate because maybe same. But I'm not gonna lie, the real best version of you, it's the you right now. The one who's still here, still trying, still standing despite how heavy life has been. That's the version that matters. That's the only version that counts. Because what's inside of you, the values, ideas, morals, grit, that's what reflects onto the real world. Not the cars, not the outfit, not the number in your bank application. I've had to learn this the hard way too. I've always been ambitious. I want big things, and for a while I sacrificed a lot, everything, just to chase them. But then life threw me this challenge I couldn't control. Despite doing everything right, the outcome was still uncertain. And I broke down. I cried hard for days until eventually I was like, you know what? I'm done crying. I'm done. I did what I could. I did my best. And if this still doesn't work out, then fine. I'll find another way. Because all of the work didn't disappear just because the outcome to me was unfair. You still carry it with you. Your knowledge, your growth, your values, that cannot be taken away from you. And honestly, that is your real currency. It's not the cars, not the cities, not the cloud. Your character is the thing that will get you through this life. Also, please take a rest. Take a day off. It's not illegal to chill. You want a bed rot day? Go for it, but within reason, okay? Just don't let resting become avoidance. That's not self-care. That's sabotage. Which brings me to my next point, which is reward systems. If you're putting in real effort, give yourself something back. If you worked out consistently this week, I think you can order that damn dessert. If you stuck to your budget, buy a little treat without ruining your budget, of course. And then over time, you will need the rewards less often because the habit is starting to take over. And that's how you make discipline feel more doable. Now, I know this video is getting kind of messy, but in my defense, so is this topic. Discipline, dreams, failures, hustle culture, it's all messy, especially in your mid-20s or in your 20s or 30s or whatever transition phase age you're in right now. You feel like there's still time to do everything, but also no idea what path to even choose. Like, Should I be grinding every hour of the day? Or should I be healing my inner child? Should I be building businesses or prioritizing my sleep? Do I wake up at 5 a.m. or am I allowed to rest? It's because hustle culture told us that discipline only looks like pain, like waking up miserable and calling it progress. Like we're told to say no to every social event, every treat, every unproductive minute. If you're not exhausted, you're not doing enough. That's what they say, right? That's what they preach. But then dreams, real dreams, do not survive in this kind of environment because discipline without direction is just punishment. And dreams without grace, they rot under pressure. We're stuck in this weird in between. We want to achieve, we want to be proud of ourselves, but we're scared of becoming these robots who sacrifice everything just to hit some imaginary, successful finish line. And truth be told, no one really warns you about that guilt. The guilt of taking a break. The guilt of not grinding. Even when you know that deep down, that rest is part of discipline too. So yeah, it's kind of confusing. You're told to dream big, but also be realistic. To work hard, but not too hard that you burn yourself out. To be disciplined, but not so disciplined that you forget how to enjoy life. That's the mess that we're in. But maybe that mess is where the real growth is. Not in the optimized life, but in learning how to chase your dreams without losing yourself to the noise. And one last thing before I go, stop using negativity as your sole source of motivation. It is cringe. Like, unless you're Bruce Wayne, you're just being dramatic. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You are not Batman. Anyways, thanks for listening to my TED Talk, and I will catch you guys next week.